Night one of the Weber Cup was very one-sided. Day two and the afternoon session, and it's much more even. 2-all this afternoon, 8-3 in total. Europe still ahead, but the USA looking much more comfortable on this lane today. What will happen in this next match? Let's go over to your commentators, Cass Edwards and Wayne Boyce, and they are still with the Weber Cup legend that is Tim Mack.
Yeah, he's proving a pretty good omen for his former team. 1 from 1 so far, Tim, with you in the booth.
Yeah, how about that? Maybe I brought a little luck to the red, white, and blue. And you know, what a great match we had last match. And Parker comes up with a huge shot, and I think that's going to give him a lot of confidence going into this match. I think he's the favorite in this match just based on the lane. Cass, we talked about that earlier, that the fact that Parker's over there by himself. And, you know, Martin's got some traffic he's got to navigate through. But, yeah, Parker's giving him a chance here to ever so slightly make the Europeans think if he should get out and win this match. What do you think?
Well, yeah, his strike percentage is not as high as we would normally expect it, but as you say, he's playing on the left-hand side on his own. No one's been out there except him, and as you say, Martin is through traffic on the right-hand side.
Yeah, a little bit right off his hand, leaves a pesky 6-pin. And like you said earlier about the traffic, Cass, the one thing is Jesper's not out in the lane, and Jesper's using a urethane ball, and that urethane ball changes the oil drastically for Parker on that left side of the lane. Sometimes it can make it easier, and sometimes it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. So right now, Parker's going to be in his comfort zone.
So what's that urethane going to do? Just shoot the oil down the lane a bit longer?
It's certainly going to it's going to take the oil in the front of the lane, and it's going to bring oil down the lane. It's called carry down, and that's going to change Parker's change of direction down lane, and his ball's going to go through the pins differently. So right now, he doesn't have to worry about that.
Third time that Larsen and Parker Bohn III have met already here in Manchester, thanks to a quirk in the game list. It was 1-1 in the opening session last night.
Martin's made a ball change from his last doubles match. He was just previously on the match, on the lane in the last match. He's going to a ball that's a little cleaner. That's not gonna pick up as early and be as hook as early as the last ball. So you can see that the lights and the shots, every shot is really affecting how these guys are attacking the lane.
Brings the 10-pin, Larsen.
And of course, Tim, they can't see the change in the oil. They can only, as the ball tells them.
That's right. The beauty of our sport, you see the ball goes a little long, and it labors a little bit there. And the 6-pin just lightly goes around the 10-pin. He's going to have to change his angles and get that ball to face up so it goes through the pins the right way. Maybe get his hand in a different position. Or as you said earlier, Cass, remember, they're bowling on an invisible target that's always moving. So this is the beauty of our sport. We have to navigate that as, you know, the professionals and the best in the world to get the right pieces of equipment in the hand at that time to make the right changes.
Yeah, all very much down to ball reaction.
Maybe I am bringing a little bit of luck to the USA. Who knows? If we win this match, I might have to be up here for the next couple, guys. Who knows?
Well, thanks for coming, Tim.
Or I might get kicked out by you guys. We'll see. Parker with it. Yeah, he looks confident. You see the way you can tell a lot by body language with these players, guys. You know, especially in these one-game matches. Parker just really looks confident in what he's doing. He looks very committed in what he's doing. And his ball's going through the pins the right way. So when he goes half pocket, he strikes. And, you know, he's got the high flush shot as well. So he looks really confident in what he's doing.
He really sort of strolled back with a roll of the shoulders as he was coming back, as if he was going out for a gunfight or something.
And Larsen responds. He certainly can. And it remains all square after 2 frames.
Yeah, he splits the 8-9 with that shot. That's a great shot there, Wayne. He looked like he softened his ball speed up a little bit, and you can see the ball pick up in a different spot than it did last time, and you see it drive through the pins and split the 8-9. Much better shot, much better angle of attack there for Martin Larsen.
Yeah, the perfect strike. Split that 8 and a 9 pin. You can see the ball going through in slow motion.
Well, Tim, you'll know what Parker Bohn is going through here as captain of a team that is, at the moment, being heavily beaten. Do you feel that extra weight of pressure?
I don't care what anybody says. I've been in this moment, and I've been fortunate enough to be on this lane a number of times, and there's no doubt about it that he's feeling the heat. Okay? You know you want to perform for your teammates. You're out there for your team, and you're trying to put the pieces together to get the right people in place to win the points. And right now, everything that the Americans have done today has actually looked pretty good. Can he continue that momentum? Because these sessions are all about momentum. They're all about momentum. Keep the momentum on your side and just let it keep building.
Lovely shot again from Parker Bohn III, and he's reacting well to that pressure that you were talking about.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see, you look at his mannerisms. I've known Parker for a long time. Again, he's one of the greatest to ever throw a bowling ball, and he feels real comfortable where he is on the lane. He feels confident. He knows this is a situation where he's really got to give his team a lift, and he's hoping with his experience that he's able to do that over Martin.
Yeah, because at the moment the session is 2-2.
It is, isn't it?
So, you know, the Europeans have really not lost the lead at all.
Great response again, though, from Larsen. 2 in a row from Parker Bohn III, and 2 in a row from Larsen. Neck and neck it remains.
Great shot from Martin. He gets that one a little bit wide, but again, like I said earlier, he changed his ball speed a little bit, and it goes through the pins much differently and gets the desired result.
Yeah, it was a fabulous reaction down lane there, nice and wide, and right back up to the 1-3 pocket. Carried all 10.
Just calm, cool, and collected. Go through your process and make the shot. That's left. That's not good. 3-7-9, guys.
Yeah, it's the one they don't like. The ball's just hurried on, isn't it? Didn't make it back to the head pin properly.
Yep, that's left.
And he got snagged up in a bit of oil wide of the lane.
Again, angles. We talk about angles on these longer patterns, guys. You got to keep your angles in front of you. And this is a 45-foot oil pattern they're using, and it's very, very imperative that they keep the angles in front of them. When I mean that, I mean they can't open their angles left to right or right to left for the righties or lefties. And when you do that, as you said, Cass, you hit that oil down lane, and it's just got no chance to make the recovery.
The open frame for the American captain.
And more so for Parker because he's only by himself on that lane. Now Martin has had some traffic that he's had to navigate, so he's got a little bit more friction on the lane because we've had more righties play on the lane earlier. So it makes a big difference. And Martin's got a little bit more room to the right, and you know Parker doesn't have that room to the left. So let's see what happens here.
And we saw that on Martin's last shot. Really got to the outside boards, but came roaring back, whereas Parker's just held. Didn't quite make the head pin.
It's another good shot.
All
the messengers come over. He had 2 messengers come over, didn't hit it. Again in the pocket though right now, and even not striking, he's still going to take a lead with a spare here.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice spares, 19 pins.
One of the greatest arm swings in our sport, Martin Larsen. Real tall guy, gets great leverage with his legs, got a great arm swing, one of the straightest arm swings in our sport, and you know, shown by his results as he's #1, like you said earlier, in the world bowling rankings in the world. So, and rightfully so. He's been a fantastic player for many years, and it's because he's got great fundamentals, and that's the great thing about our sport. The players that have great fundamentals, as you see Parker, and as you see Martin, the classic styles, they're able to shot repeat so easily because they just go through their checklist.
Tim, while we've got you in the box, just a quick line. What are the guys doing the next couple of months? I mean, they're all on tour.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, guys are going right from here to Thailand to bowl the World Bowling Tour event. As you see, that shot there from Parker, guys, was definitely not as far left. He kept it in and on line in front of him, so his angles were much tighter. And up the lane, that doesn't even get close to where it was as far left as the last shot, and obviously goes high flush. But the guys have a lot of bowling coming up, guys. We're going to Thailand for a big World Bowling Tour event. Then we got to come back and we go to Detroit for the fall swing. The U.S. Open is on the schedule. The World Bowling Tour, the World Series of Bowling is on the schedule at the end of the year. So
three in Asia, 3 big ones, big money games.
Yeah, there's some big ones around the world. That's for sure. Wide right. Wide right. Didn't like it off his hand. Wide right leaves a 2-4-6-10, which is a very difficult spare. Makeable, but very difficult. Again, look where this ball breaks, guys. See how far right that gets? And once it gets in that pattern, in this 45-foot oil pattern, it's got no chance to come back from there.
Yeah, quite a contrast from his previous 2 shots. Just didn't get up at all, did it? So this could be a low-scoring open frame. Just 8 pins, I'm afraid. Certainly wasn't what he wanted.
So each player has a double, each player has an open, and Parker's up 12 pins. Because, as we said earlier, strikes mean a lot. Parker's got 3 strikes in this scoring format. Martin has 2. Hence, that's why Parker's up in the match.
And there it is for you. 5 frames so far.
Yeah, not forgetting that every strike is 30 pins.
Big shot here, momentum-wise, guys, from Parker. I think this one you'll see a little of emotion from him this time if he's able to pick up a double here. A little fist pump.
No, he's left the 10.
As you could hear him, I can hear him from up here. He's yelling hook, hook. He's a little wide of target. He's hoping that ball's going to pick up and roll and get through the pins. He splashes the pocket. Watch the 5 pin go right in. Just kind of lays there. It doesn't do the damage. Usually when you come in half pocket, and if you could get the 5 pin over there into the 10, it would have done the damage. But Cassie mentioned earlier about the new pins, and they're tough to knock down. There's a perfect example of how the new pins. That was, I'll call that a new pin 10 pin.
They almost surrounded it, didn't they, without touching it over?
Yeah, they did. They did.
But how tight is this? Look at the maximums available for both players.
And just like that, Martin right now has an opportunity to get down 1 pin with a strike. So another big shot in the match. This is what's great about this World Bowling format, actually, is you can pick up ground in a hurry.
Yeah, just 1 frame and you're back.
Again, that 10 pin remains up for Larsen this time.
Good shot from Martin. He just couldn't get the 10 pin. The 6 pin kind of lays around it, and yeah, he's going to be down here still. I think Martin's going to have to move in on the lane. He's going to have to move in a little bit and bring his angle in and his break point in. And what I mean by break point, so that he can take away that error should he miss to the right where the ball won't hook off the spot. Picks the 10 up easily. And kind of bring his break point in and get it where the ball hits fresh oil so it stores a little bit more energy and then it is able to come off the dry a little bit harder. So 12-pin match.
If Parker Bowne the third can pick up the win here, it'll be the first time that the Americans have led at all in either of the sessions.
Well, that's right. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
They could go 3-2 in front with a win here for Parker Bowne III, who has picked up 2 of their 3 points in singles and doubles so far.
Maybe it's the 3rd point for Parker Bowne III. Huh? I see the 3 slashes on the screen, so I'm thinking maybe there's an omen there, guys.
There's too many 3s going on here.
There's 3 of us in here.
3 seems to be the number. Big shot here from Parker. Almost identical to the last shot he threw. He actually got a little bit more on that. His rotation and his rev rate looked a little higher on that shot because it was almost in the identical same spot. It gets to that little spot there where it leaks a little bit wide, but the 5 pin almost identical. The pins fall almost identical, and he leaves the new pin 10 pin, right?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, just outside that down lane marker at about 44 feet. But the spare's good, and it's worth 19 pins.
Opportunity for Martin to get back and only be 1 pin down again.
Yeah, as you say, I mean, it's so important to get these strikes. It's 30 pins.
And guys, these are 2 of the nicest guys you ever want to meet in bowling. These guys are great family men. They're great people. They're great ambassadors for our sport. They're just great human beings. They do the right thing in bowling. They do it the right way, and it's nice to see 2 guys that do it the right way battling out here at the Weber Cup.
He needs the maximum here, Larsen.
Better shot there, guys. And it just went high, so a little softer. He's having a hard time trying to find a way to get the ball through the pins, guys.
Yeah, you normally on that shot you'll trip the 4 out of the 9, but he's tripped the 9 out of the 4. So that could have been a little split. Just watch this.
He actually looked like he went the opposite way. He looked like he went further right and went more square, and the ball picked up a little harder. If I was advising him down there, I would say I think you go a little bit further left and move your break point in, catch the fresh oil, and then play that dry that's there, and try to roll it. Because Martin's really good at rolling that ball, getting the ball into a roll, and that usually makes your break point a lot more consistent, so the ball goes through the pins a little bit better. It's going to be who can perform here down the stretch. Both guys are hitting the pocket. Who's going to find a way to get their ball to go through the pins the proper way to be able to put some strikes on the board?
Yep, and strikes matter. A strike is 30, a spare is 19 or less.
That's a good shot.
Plus 7 this time.
So now what Parker's dealing with now is he's actually dealing with his own carry down, okay? He's throwing enough shots now on the lane where the oil's gone down the lane and the ball isn't driving through the pins like it did earlier in the game. So now, as you see his ball laboring a little bit down lane, he's going to have to make the adjustment here in these last 2 frames to get the ball to go through the pins the proper way. Or maybe he switches balls, something that gives him a different motion. But no problem on the spare.
3 successive 9 spares.
Guys, I'm putting you on the spot. You got 2 frames left for Parker, 3 for Europe. Who's winning this match?
I'm going to go Lucky Larsen.
Cass?
Yeah, let's go for Lucky Larsen.
Okay.
I think Parker's got those corner pins sussed out. 9 spares are good for him.
All right.
Leaves you with Hobson's choice, doesn't
These
it?
means I guess I got to go with the red, white, and blue of the USA. Huh?
He needs this one though, Larsen.
See, now that was further in the lane.
It's a great
trips
shot.
to 4. Okay. That was deeper into the lane, and he trips to 4, just like you talked about earlier, Cass. Tripping the 4. That angle was better through the pins.
Brings it within 1 pin.
1 pin, yeah. So that's deeper into the lane, a little bit higher in the head pin, obviously. So I think even the next frame, he's got to make another move. He's got to move over top of that.
He's kind of beating himself up there, but he tripped that 4 out, gave him the 10, and that's the situation. Just 1 pin in it coming to the foundation frame.
Guys, you mentioned it earlier about how today's matches are really coming down to the last couple shots, which is obviously great as a viewer and as a spectator to see. So another big shot from Parker.
Oh, get up, he said,
Nope.
and it didn't.
Again, I think it's the carry down that's affected him, really. I think he has to go to a stronger ball or something that's going to give him a little bit more shape down lane. That just hits that spot, and it doesn't want to make the corner, doesn't want to come up the hill.
Just didn't drive through, did it? It's mixed up, but it's left the 3 on the 9, which we call the sleeper, and he's going to be going across oil to get to that, so may not be the easiest shot in the world.
It's almost similar to what Jesper does to the lane on the left side, because he carries that oil down the lane with his urethane ball. Parker's running into some carry down right now. That's got a hook. That was dangerous.
Well, it did, but just about, yeah.
So here you go. Martin can take the lead going into the 10th frame here. Have an 11-pin lead with a strike here. He chips to 4 the last shot, guys. I think 100% right now. He's got to make a move on lane. He's got to make a 2-and-1 move left. When I say 2-and-1, guys, that's 2 boards with his feet and 1 with his eyes, so he can get the ball into the middle of the lane a little bit more and get an opportunity to get the ball to go high flush here.
Nice spare here, and it's all square. Going in.
But can he strike? That's what he's after, and that's what he gets!
There it is. Again, and he gets a bigger pocket in the by moving into the middle of the lane, migrating left. He gets a bigger pocket so he can get the light shaker like that. As you see the ball come in behind the head pin, but you see the 5-pin do the damage. And the head pin will get off the wall to take the 7 out. He gets a bigger pocket, so his margin for error is bigger, and he puts a great shot up there for a strike. Puts himself in the driver's seat coming in the 10th frame.
Great reaction as well to taking all 10. Martin Larsen.
Guys, a strike here from Parker and a 9 spare from Martin.
We got a tie.
Yeah, we got a tie game.
We're back to sudden death.
Must strike. It's a better shot. Great shot. All right, here it is. This is why you watch the Weber Cup, guys. Sky Sports, thank you. This is why we're watching it. Tune in. This is why. Shots in the 10th frame to win the points, win the game.
Strike wins it, and the 9 spare ties it.
This is the beauty of our sport right here. It's all on your shoulders. There's no one else out there that can throw it. You're on the stage by yourself. You've got to go through your checklist. You've got to take a deep breath, commit to what you're doing, go out and execute a great athletic motion.
Also, a half thumbs up for the World Bowling Scoring System that we're using this weekend.
Yeah, it's growing on me as each match comes on.
What a shot this is then for Larsen.
For the win, guys.
For a 9-3 lead. Needs the strike. He gets it! It is 9-3 for Europe, and Tim, just how much will that hurt Parker Bohn III in the USA?
I think it's going to be crushing. It's a crushing blow.
We called it.
Good call, guys. I put you on the spot. You made the call. Martin Larsen, guys, credit to him. I don't know if he talked to his teammates or not, but I can tell you right now, he made the move that he had to make. He made a great move on the lane, moved deeper into the lane, trips the 4, gets the shaker, and boom.
9-3, Europe lead, more to come.